Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success Mentorship class number 299. Wow. Okay, 299. I want to thank each and every one of you on Facebook, on Instagram, on our uh, Success Mentorship Zoom for our discussion afterwards. This is a great day for living, sharing, and being alive. And our messages are often based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and the Success Toolbox. More information is available about our programs, especially our Success Toolbox and the Success Mentorship Support System. Visit our website, herbertharris.com, and click on Success Toolbox and learn more about some of the things that we're doing. This topic, today's topic, is a powerful topic. And we have one of our super achiever speakers, Dawn Lovell, who is coming to us from Barbados. And she's going to be sharing a powerful message about playing to win, that will to win, that thing that makes you able to confront and overcome any challenge. So let me get us right in with our speaker right now. Let's see. Here we go. Hi. Good morning, Dawn. Let me unmute you. Hold 1 second. That's a little thing here. Okay, now you can unmute.
Good morning, Dr. Harris. How are you?
Oh, super today. And I'm just excited about your message. I've been watching your progress in some of your workshops and your live broadcasts. And I feel like a proud dad and seeing you grow from where you were when you took our first course years ago to where you are now. So let me give you the floor and let you carry on.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harris. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to those that are Instagram, Facebook, and our Zoom family. It is such an awesome pleasure to be here this morning. I want to thank Dr. Harris. As he said, I've been with him for a while. I mean, this is years I've been with Dr. Harris, and I'm proud to say that he's been my mentor for all this time. And it's really because of him that I am here and I have this platform to share this morning. So I wanted to bring you this morning a topic that when I sat and I thought about it, Dr. Harris asked me to share, was like, what am I going to share on? I mean, I think Dr. Harris shares on pretty much everything. He covers everything. But there's one thing that really came to mind this week as I sat and I watched a game, and the topic came to me: playing to win. Playing to win. This topic, I thought this was absolutely relevant for where we are now, Dr. Harris. In this season, the last run for the year, we have to play to win. And as I said, only this week, I was watching this nail biting game of cricket. I don't know which one of you know about cricket, but in the Caribbean, we play lots of cricket and in Barbados. And I was privy to watch a game this week that had me biting my nails, Dr. Harris. It had me biting my nails. I was like, are they going to win or are they going to lose? The thing is, what was so phenomenal about this game, Dr. Harris, is that the team, our home team, we were the underdogs. We were the underdogs, and we were coming up against two-time champions. These champions had won 2 years in a row. And the thing about this particular situation was that we had faced these champions last year and lost. Same team, same venue, and we lost the game. But the different thing about this year was that our team came to win. They were determined to win. So I'm going to share this as part of my presentation this morning because I was so inspired by the heart and the tenacity of these young men. And I thought it would be relevant for where we are right now in this season. So if you've been following us, if you've been following Dr. Harris, you know, it is 44 days left. 44 days left till the end of the year. We've been counting down. We've been setting our goals. And I know there's some of you that might be saying right now, oh my goodness, 44 days. there's nothing much I can do now. Some of you may have already given up on your goals and your dreams. You started out the year and you had a plan, you had a vision, and now 44 days left, and you're saying, oh my goodness, I haven't done anything, or I started and I stopped. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to wait till the new year. So you've already counted yourself out the game. But I'm going to share a perspective with you that's going to inspire you, transform your mindset that you are still in the game. You still have 44 days left. So let me put this in a little bit of perspective. 44 days is 1,056 hours. 1,056 hours left. Now, if we subtract, let's say the average person sleeps for 7 hours a night. If we subtract that, that's 308 hours of sleep. Okay, 308 hours of sleep. So if we subtract that, we're left with 748 hours of awake time. That's 748 hours of productivity time. All right, which equals a little less than 31 days. Your entire life can change in 31 days. Your entire life can change in 41 days. What is it that you've been putting off? What is it that you haven't started? And why wait? You still have 31 days. You see, many times we miss the shot because we never take the shot. All right? And failure to participate is going to produce a result anyway. Let me say that again. Your failure to participate is going to produce a result anyway. The thing is that more often than not, it produces the result that we don't want. So how about us? Let's just get in the game. You see, your choice will determine that result. Now, if you've been following us and if you've been reading the 12 universal laws of success, which you should by now, you would have read in the second universal law of change, choice is one of your determining factors. It's one of your major determining factors. You can choose today to get in the game. And once you make that decision, you are now an active participant. Can I hear somebody? An active participant in the game of life. So you might be saying, Don, okay, I get in the game, but how do I win? How do I play to win? Because there's a huge difference between being in the game and playing to win the game. There's a big difference. So many people get in the game, but they don't play to win. They don't play to win. And who are these people? Well, again, if you read the 12 universal laws of success, in the introduction, it introduces these people as watchers. What are watchers? Watchers are the spectators at the game. So you've got in to the stadium, you bought your ticket, you got in, you got your seat, but you're sitting in the stands and you're watching the game. And these are one of four types of people in the book. They dream of being a player on the field, but they watch others living their dreams and achieving their goals. They're never really hard, they never really push. And they run at the first sign of difficulty, they run at the first sign of a challenge or a disappointment. You do not want that to be you. I will dare say that was me. That was me. 7 years ago, I started to write a book. I had set my intention, but what happened? I wasn't playing to win. I was just a watcher. I was just in the stands watching everybody else achieve their goals, write their books, do all these fantastic things. And I was just viewing to see what everybody was doing and applauding. But I was not playing the game to win. So I'm going to give you some points of how to play to win because it's a different mentality. It's a totally different mindset. And 44 days left in the year means we now have to really put the effort in if we're going to win. So I hope you're with me today because as the group and the mentees of Dr. Harris, we are all setting ourselves up to win this game called life, to win this vision, this goal that we set for 2023. And we are determined that we're not leaving this particular game unless we win. So here's some of what we're doing. One, you have to set your intention. You have to set your intention and you must state boldly, I am going to win. You know why? Because your destiny is in your hands. And the thing is about this is that sometimes the weight of that statement can be very intimidating. It can be harrowing, but it can also be very exciting because as Dr. Harris always says, if it's to be, it is up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. So first thing you need to do is to declare that intention and to clear that you are going to win. Secondly, you're going to have to be very specific about this intention. Specific means you need to be particular, you need to be clear, you need to be distinct, you need to be explicit, you need to be defined. These are all the words. I pulled all these words because I wanted to give you a clear understanding of how specific this needs to be. We do not have 365 days. So there's not a lot of time. You have 44 days left. So you have to be very specific about what that goal is going to be. You can't be ambiguous at this point. All right. And as soon as you specify that goal and you write it down and you can see it in color, you can smell it, you can feel it, that's when game is on. It's game time now. Game is on. Now, the next thing that you really have to be, you have to be strategic because the clock is ticking. And mind you, those 748 hours, that sounds like a lot, but we know the days go really quickly. So you're going to have to ask yourself, how can I best spend those 748 hours? What is going to be required for me to achieve this goal in 44 days? Strategy means you're making decisions that are carefully designed and executed to achieve your specific goal or objective. It involves the application. Listen to that word carefully. The application of the planning and the resources that you have, the allocation of those resources to gain your most competitive advantage and to gain that outcome that you are looking for. So let me break that down for you. Let's go back to the game. So the game is being played. All right. And our team, we going to bat first. And things are moving a little slow. So our team, we decided we were going to go in. The conditions looked good at that particular time. But here's what happens. The rain stops play. And when the rain stops play, it slows down the momentum. So now we have to be strategic because the plan that we had originally, that plan, we're going to have to tweak it. So we're now recalculating and recalibrating what is going to be necessary. And we know that it slowed down our momentum. That happens to us a lot in life. We start and we have a pretty good start. And what happens is that situations come, things happen, and it slows down our momentum. What you need to do is recalculate, recalibrate, because at 748 days, you do not have a lot of time. So it doesn't make sense continuing with a plan that may not necessarily giving you the best result. So at this stage, you're going to have to constantly examine your plan and see if it's working and if it's giving you the output that you expect at this particular point. All right. The next thing, number 4, you have to be relentless. You have to have a relentless desire and a commitment. And dare I say, constant enthusiasm. Okay. Now, at January, there was some time there, you had some leeway, and some days you weren't feeling so well. Some days things didn't go so well. Some days you decided, I'm just going to take a little break. At this stage in the game is on. The game is in play. You have to be constantly enthusiastic. You must know that you are in it to win it. You must know that when I come, I'm going to bring my energy every single time. Because throughout the game, even though it may look tough, you have to ignore every situation and every circumstance. You have to put blinders on. At this stage, you have to put blinders on. It is so possible for us to achieve our goal. It's still possible, but you gotta put blinders on. Whatever comes, you must only see one outcome, and that outcome is I win. That's the only outcome that you're seeing. The next thing that we must do and we must be really, really focused on is we must be disciplined. We must be focused. This is where what we call the 11th law of the 12 universal laws of success kicks in. That's the law of persistence. The law of persistence. So here we are in the game, and the rain fell not once, not twice, but 3 times during our half. We are at the crease and we are batting to win, but here comes the rain 3 times, and the conditions are not the best for our team. So when we will look at it, it looked like maybe we should have sent the other team in first. But here we are. We can't stop the game right now. The plan was really not going as expected. And the law of persistence states if you persist in doing the right things, you will get the right result every single time. It doesn't matter the conditions. So I say to you, your next step is after you've decided, I'm going to be persistent, I'm going to stay with the plan that I have and execution. I am going to be enthusiastic. I am going to be focused. I'm going to be disciplined. What I said I'm going to do with that 748 hours is what I'm going to do, because if you stay, if you remain, what's going to happen? You're going to eventually see the result of your actions. So all you have to do then is you have heart. Never give up. You must have a willingness to defend your dream. Now, this team, they had lost multiple times. They were up against the two-time champions. And those champions, they didn't come to lose. They came to take that title for a third time. But our team decided we were not giving up. There was a dream that that dream was in front of us. And even though everything looked like we were not going to accomplish it, we were willing to defend that dream. And we were willing to defend it from every obstacle, every disappointment, every frustration, every mishap. We were willing to defend it. And let me tell you, by the second half of the match, when the other team is coming, now the weather is all clear. The sun is out and it's shining, and everything looks like it's in the opponent's favor. And we're looking at this like, my goodness, it looks like the opponent is on its way to victory. But what did we have to do? Those boys had to dig deep. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to dig deep, because some days those frustrations, those disappointments, those obstacles, those mishaps look like they're winning. And they're coming to snatch that dream from you. So you have to dig deep with the knowing that I am in it to win it. I'm not giving up now. I've come too far. What's that song that goes, I've come too far to turn back now? There's no turning back. You must tell yourself, there's no turning back. I have already survived 300 and something days of this year. And for these other 44 days, I am not turning back. I am committed to an outcome. You see, their willpower is what gave them the power to persist, even though all the indications, everything looks like they were not going to win. They had a will, and that will give them the power and the fuel to continue to persist. The next thing you need to do when you're going to play to win, it requires precision. Precision. It's like a surgeon. When a surgeon is going into surgery, he needs to be precise with that scalpel. You don't have any room for error. And with 44 days left, there is no room to become complacent. There's no room to lose focus. There's no room to be laid back. There's no room to hold back. It's almost like it has to be surgical. The execution now has to be so precise. So as the game came to an end and the opponents looked like they had the advantage before, now we started to see where what we call the rubber began to hit the road. Because even though they were playing to win, we had a determination. And you know why? Because we had lost and we were thirsty. They already knew what it was to experience a win. We didn't. So we were thirsty, and they understood that the eighth rule principle comes in now. They understand we're going to have to risk it all. We're going to have to risk it all. It's going to be today, or there's no other day to make this up. There's no other time to say, let's go back to the drawing board, let's recalibrate, let's plan again. There was no time for that because we were in the 11th hour of the game. So you have to understand, when you are in the 11th hour, there's some decisions you're going to have to make. Whereas before you might have decided you're going to procrastinate a little. I'm going to wait and see how this is going to work out. In the 11th hour, there's no time. You got to risk it all. And here's what was so phenomenal about that game. One young man decided to throw himself through the air and stop a ball that if that ball had passed him and gone for 4, we would have lost that match. This what I'm telling you, this is how we have to look at the rest of the year. It must be a nail-biting finish for us because we are running against the clock of time. We're running against time. So again, you've been listening to Dr. Harris all year. You might have been listening to Dr. Harris for many years. So you know a lot of this stuff, but have you put it into practice? Have you been implementing it? Have you been executing it? Have you been applying it? And now at this stage, are you willing to risk it all? To throw everything you have, your body, your mind, your resources, your energy, everything in order to win it. So can I tell you, our team won. Our team won. How did we win? Because the team decided, today I'm going to win. Today I am in it to win it. Today I am playing to win. And what that did was give them a whole new sense of confidence. So we're going into the finals now, knowing we beat the 2-time champions. So we're going in now, beating our chest, knowing that we did everything that we could do. We stopped every ball. We bowled how we needed to. We batted every ball. We did absolutely everything that we could do. And what happened? It rewarded us with a win. I'm saying to you, have you done it all? Have you given it your all? Have you applied all the resources? Have you applied the time? Have you sat back and said, well, I'm going to take a couple hours sleep here now. I'll do that tomorrow. Have you procrastinated? Or have you been in the game and have you declared, I am playing to win? So in conclusion, I want to wrap this all up with a nice, tidy little bow because with 44 days left, and I hope everyone that's watching me Instagram, wherever you're watching me, Facebook, if you're in our Zoom family, I want to encourage you to say with me today, I'm in it to win it. I'm playing to win. And these are the steps that you need to take. First, get in the game. Number one, first thing, you can't win if you're not in the game. You can't win if you're a spectator. If you're a spectator, you're going to watch somebody else win. Number two, set that intention and write it down to the finest detail. By now, you know what your goal is. By now, you know what your vision is. You just need to put the little details in place now. And you need to be able to see it clearly. 3, you need to be strategic. How am I maximizing the next 748 hours of my life? How am I maximizing those hours? How can I get the most out of that time? 4, you must have a burning desire, relentless commitment, and you must be constantly enthusiastic. So when things come, and they will, what you must do is you must push them one side, even if it's just for the next 44 days. And you must say to yourself, I am in this to win this. And nothing is going to stop me. Nothing is going to bring me down. Nothing is going to distract me. You have to have that burning desire. Number 5, you must be disciplined and focused. Be very aware that there will be distractions. So you must be vigilant. Expect the unexpected. Because if anything could come, we call it what? Murphy's Law. Sometimes that day, everything that could possibly go wrong, it went wrong. Nobody expected the rain. And the rain fell 3 times while we were batting. When the opponent came, there wasn't any rain. So always expect the unexpected. But if you are focused and disciplined, the distractions will not take you off course. Number 6, have heart. Never give up. Be willing to defend your dream to the end. Be willing to defend it to the end. Number 7, be precise. This is the time that you need to be very precise. You need to be almost surgical. It needs to be clinical. How you're executing, you cannot afford now to be now figuring things out. You must have the plan and you must execute the plan. And finally, you must be all in. You must be all in the game. Imagine if one person on that team was not in. If one person on that team was very nonchalant about the win, every single person that day was in the game to win the game. And everyone did their part. What is your part? What is it that you need to do? What is it that you need to say to yourself? What thought do you need to shut down? What words have you been speaking that have not been congruent with what you want? What things have you been doing that have not given the harmonic vibration that is necessary for you to win? All of these things you must analyze, because when you're in, you're all in. And when you're all in, you can't help but win. So I hope that this has been a blessing to you today. It was awesome. Dr. Harris, thank you as always. This was phenomenal. I pray that everyone has made the decision today to play to win. Your dreams, your goals, your vision deserves that. You deserve that. You deserve to have your goals and your dreams accomplished. So thank you so much, guys, for watching me. I really hope this has blessed somebody. I hope it's bring some form of transformation, that you're going away from here and you're saying to yourself, the next 748 hours of my life are going to be the best ever. Yes. I am in it to win it. Thank you, Dr. Harris.
Oh, my gosh, my gosh. Oh, Dawn, that was magnificent. You know what? I am just so proud of you. I mean, the enthusiasm, the power, the conviction. Anybody who hears this is going to get religion. The only thing left to do is take up a collection. Okay. Well, I love to end this with, we have our victory song, and it says, this time it's me in the winner's circle. This time it's me who gets the prize. This time I've really, really made it. This time my dream is realized. Wow. You certainly gave the prescription. You gave the words. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you. Thank you. Those of you on Facebook and Instagram, let me tell you something. You've been blessed today. I'm going to put this up soon. This word was so powerful. And I know I felt like you were talking directed to me. All of us have challenges and barriers and things that are holding us back. And every word you said was like, that's talking to me. And I know those of you who are listening online and those in our Zoom class, and we're going to have a great class this morning. But those of you on class, I know you felt this Dawn was speaking directed to you. So thank you so much, Dawn. Let me close out our Facebook group and Instagram group. Thank you so much for being with us on Facebook. You're going to want to listen to this again. You're going to need to get a pen and pad. Be sure to visit our website, herbertharris.com. Get your success toolbox so that these next 748 hours can be everything you need them to be, so that you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have anything you desire. Make some comments on this broadcast. Share how you are using the principles to transform your life. Once again, Dr. Herbert Harris. Visit our website, www.herbertharris.com. Thank you on Facebook, on Instagram. Let me close out now and go into our class.